Have you ever noticed your dog itching incessantly, or perhaps spotted unusual patches on their skin? Could these signs be more than just an allergy or a simple skin irritation? What if I told you that pesky little fungi could be the reason behind some of your dog's most uncomfortable moments? Welcome to our guide on understanding and combating fungal infections in dogs. Just like us, our canine companions can encounter a variety of health challenges, and fungal infections are among the most common yet overlooked issues. Fungal infections might not grab headlines, but they can cause significant discomfort and health problems. From the pesky ringworm to the more severe blastomycosis, these infections are diverse and can be quite mysterious. Being informed is your first line of defense. But how do you spot the signs, and what sort of preventive measures can you take to combat fungal infections in your dog? Stay with us as we dive deep into the world of fungi and canine health. Fungi among us. What are fungal infections? You might be wondering, what's a fungus anyway? Well, fungi are these fascinating creatures that live pretty much everywhere. In the air around us, in the soil under our feet, you name it. They're a whole kingdom of organisms just doing their thing all around us. Some are beneficial, like the yeast that helps bread rise. However, others can be invaders, seizing every opportunity to infect a host. When a dog's defenses are down, these fungal invaders are ready to pounce. Fungus starts like a tiny seed on your dog's skin, grows roots that break through and feed on the skin, causing hair loss, itching, or redness. Let's zoom in on the action. Each spore is like a tiny trespasser latching onto your dog's skin, breaching their outer defenses and setting up camp. Once inside, they can hijack the dog's cellular machinery, disrupting normal functions and causing illness. This can lead to symptoms on the skin, in the lungs, or throughout the body, depending on the invader. Thankfully, our canine friends have a built-in defense mechanism designed to fight these fungal foes. But sometimes the fungus is too overwhelming, and that's when problems arise. Understanding this microscopic battle is crucial, as this helps us identify how fungal infections take hold and why they can be challenging to treat. The fungal rogues, common types of fungal infections. Next, it's time to take a tour into the Museum of Fungal Infections Incorporated. And yes, it's a formidable lineup of the most common fungal infections that our dogs might encounter. Each one has its own way of upsetting your pet's health. First up is ringworm, known to scientists as dermatophytosis. Despite its name, it's not a worm at all, but a fungus that causes circular patches of hair loss and can be quite itchy. Ringworm targets the keratin in a dog's skin, hair, and nails, which is a protein these fungi love to feed on. This feeding process disrupts the normal structure and health of the keratin, leading to brittle hair, scaly skin, and weakened nails, which often results in hair loss and irritation in circular patches. It's also one of the few that can spread to humans, so handling it carefully is crucial. Next is Aspergillosis, which loves to grow in the nose and sinuses, often causing sneezing, nasal discharge, and discomfort. Aspergillosis starts when a dog inhales Aspergillus spores, common in decaying vegetation. In the warm, moist airways of a dog, these spores grow like tiny plants, causing irritation, sneezing, and a runny nose as the dog's body fights the intrusion. It thrives in environments with lots of decaying vegetation, so those leaf piles in the yard might be suspect. Blastomycosis is a bit of a stealthy one, often picked up near waterways and in wooded areas. It is an infection caused by the fungus Blastomyces dermatitidis. This organism has a clever trick to survive inside a dog's body. When the dog breathes in the spores, typically found in moist soil or areas near water, the spores change form. Inside the body, where it's warm and cozy, they transform into yeast. This yeast form can then spread through the body, causing a range of symptoms from skin lesions to respiratory issues. It can affect the lungs, eyes, skin, and other areas, leading to a smattering of symptoms that can be quite serious if not treated promptly. Moving on to histoplasmosis, it's often found in soil with bird or bat droppings. Typically, a dog's immune cells, known as macrophages, act as defenders, destroying invaders. However, histoplasma uses a clever strategy to survive within these macrophages, allowing allowing it to grow and evade the broader immune response. This unique survival tactic of Histoplasma capsulatum highlights the importance of early detection and treatment of histoplasmosis in dogs. It's tricky because it often starts with mild signs, like a little cough or a slight decrease in appetite, but can progress to affect the whole body. Coccidioidomycosis, also known as valley fever, is a big concern in the southwestern United States. Dogs can inhale the fungal spores when they dig or sniff around in the dirt. It can cause fever, coughing, and more systemic issues. Coccidioidomycosis undergoes a remarkable transformation when it infects a host. In the soil, it exists as a mold with long filaments, but once inhaled by a dog, it changes into a spherule form inside the lungs. These spherules are filled with spores that can burst, releasing new infectious particles that can spread within the lungs and sometimes to other body parts. This ability to shift forms from a soil-dwelling mold to a spherule inside the host is what makes Coccidioidomycosis particularly dangerous and challenging to treat. Last but not least, we have Sporotrichosis, the fungus that's typically picked up from the soil or plants and enters through small cuts or scrapes on the skin. It can cause nodules or ulcers and is a prime example of why even small wounds should be kept clean. Sporotrichosis, the fungus causing sporotrichosis, has thermal dimorphism, allowing it to change form based on temperature. In cooler settings like soil, it's a mold, but inside a dog's warmer body, it becomes a yeast, leading to infection. This transformation is key to its survival and ability to cause disease in dogs. Each of these fungi has its unique mode of attack, but they all share one thing in common. They're opportunists, waiting for the right moment to take hold. Understanding these infections helps us stay one step ahead in keeping our dogs safe and healthy. Spotting the invader, recognizing symptoms. Now, we're turning into detectives, learning how to spot the invader through symptoms. Knowing what signs to look for can make all the difference in your dog's health. Let's go over a quick checklist for each fungal infection we've discussed. For ringworm, watch for circular arrays of hair loss, often with a ring-like appearance. With Aspergillosis, keep an eye out for sneezing, nasal discharge, or nosebleeds. Blastomycosis can present with cowing, skin sores, and eye problems. Histoplasmosis might start subtly with weight loss or a mild cough. Valley fever often leads to coughing, fever, and lethargy. And for sporotrichosis, look for skin bumps or ulcers along the lymph nodes. These symptoms are the body's distress signals indicating that the fungus is at work. At the molecular level, fungi disrupt normal cell function, leading to these visible signs. For instance, the yeast form of Blastomycosis can cause swelling and sores, while the enzymes from ringworm fungi create those iconic patches. By comparing the healthy areas of your dog's body to the affected parts, you can spot changes early. Healthy skin is smooth and intact, while infected skin may be red, raised, or have lesions. A healthy respiratory system means your dog breathes easily, but infections may cause wheezing or discharge. Recognizing these symptoms promptly could lead to an early diagnosis and a better chance at a full recovery. The battle plan, treatment strategies. Now that we've identified the enemy and its symptoms, it's time to lay out the battle plan with treatment strategies. When it comes to fungal infections, antifungal medications are the heavy artillery. These drugs are designed to target the unique components of fungal cells without harming the dog's own cells. These medications work in various ways. Some disrupt the making of the fungus's cell walls, causing them to leak and collapse. Others interfere with the fungus's ability to reproduce and spread. It's like cutting off the invader's supply lines, stopping it from taking over more territory in the dog's body. But medication is just part of the strategy. Supportive care is equally important. This includes ensuring your dog has a nutritious diet, plenty of rest, and a stress-free environment. Such care practices don't just make your dog feel better, they also bolster the immune system's ability to fight back. Proper treatment and supportive care form a two two-pronged approach, attacking the fungus while strengthening your dog's natural defenses. And that's a winning strategy in the battle against fungal infections. Prevention is key, minimizing risks. Prevention is key to ensuring our dogs live healthy, happy lives without the discomfort of fungal infections. Environment management is crucial. Fungi love moist, warm environments, so avoid areas that are overly damp or where you know fungi thrive, like decaying wood or leaf piles. Keep your yard clean and dry, and during walks, steer clear of standing water or swampy places. And if you made it all the way to the end, thank you. We've covered a lot, and hopefully this helps you keep your dog fungal infection free.